Hey guys, Jeff here and Archie. Going for a little walk. January 26th, almost noon. It's mild today, 55 degrees. But we're gonna go for a little hike. I'm on my lease property right now. I got a couple cameras up in here I want to grab. Make sure the batteries are good and move them to another spot. Now, I didn't hunt this property that much this year. Twice maybe. I got hung up on that other buck and just couldn't find myself to get away from him. In any case, hopefully these cameras got some pictures of some leftovers that made it. So we'll get up in here and see. Today I had a day off today, so I thought I'd just get out and go for a little hike. Let's see what we can get into today. All this snow is melting, creating this little runoff. Gonna make it good for hunting morels this year. Oh, I'm out of shape. Well, rounds of shape, right? Oh, goodness. Now, I did have a bunch of bears up in here. A couple bucks. One of the bucks I was watching did get shot by a buddy of mine last day of archery. But there were a couple others that were decent up here. Archie, why you always gotta poop when I take you? But hopefully my cameras are still here. I see a lot of deer poop, but I'm also seeing a bunch of porcupine poop. I dread that day Archie sees one. It's not be good for him or me. That's a pretty good trail. Coming off this, there's a bench back here. It's real hard to access unless you go all the way around and back or straight up over this. But last year around this time I did have a camera up off this bench and I was getting some pretty good bucks coming through there late season into February. Then I pulled the cameras, but I'm sure we're still holding some good 2 and 3 year old bucks up in here still. Yep, more porcupine poop. That's fresh. That porcupine's spending a lot of time here. That scares me. I got video of him. More porcupine poop. Maybe it's deer poop, but that lighter color to me resembles porcupine. But we've had a lot of rain the last few days. Archie just loves going to look for big bucks with me. Looking for mischief and eating deer poop all the time. He smells one. Was that a big butt, Archie? Was that a big butt? Well, this scrape Looks like a little bit of fresher activity here. You can see a good sized footprint right there. Looks like he's touched it up a little bit. So there's a buck still in here. I got my camera. So pretty big track back there. So my camera's still here, so that's a good sign. I wonder if it's still working. And yeah, it should have some pictures. So let's grab this guy. And looks like the battery life's still pretty good. So we'll be able to grab this one and go set it somewhere. And hopefully find us 3 or 4 big bucks to concentrate on next year. That's the thought. It's another scrape. There's an old track in it, but pretty big one. Right through the muck, Archie. You're walking right through the muck. All right. Yep, my other camera's here too, which is good. I think I only got 2 cameras in here, but I'm not 100% sure. Next year I'm going to create a legend. And on that legend, I'm going to color code. Cool. That one turned on too. I'm going to color code my legend for all my cameras and mark hunt stand with a color code for each year. And then change that color code each year. Because it's going to be a waypoint, right? Or a pin. Because honestly, I get confused. I put so many cameras out. Not so many, 15 of them. And then I move them in a pinch, and then I forget where I put them. And a couple years later, if I'm hunting that spot, I'll sometimes run into them. But I gotta keep better track of them. Thankfully, though, my cameras are, $40-some with batteries and a card. So it's not a giant deal if I lose one or it quits working. But yeah, obviously I want to keep track of them. I thought I may have one over here, but not 100% sure. Just thought I'd give it a quick look. Right here's the pine tree, right next to this hickory that I always hunt. And it just creates a little funnel right here, a little bench. And there's a deer standing right there by the looks of it. Maybe not. Should have brought my binoculars, but yeah. I go up in that tree. And I've shot deer here. I've shot deer, 2 of them over here. 115 inch and 119 inch net over here from that tree. So it's treated me good 2 years in a row. But this year, no, I didn't really spend the time in here. Like I said, I only hunted it twice. And I wasn't getting any pictures on the 4 or 5 cameras I had in here that I thought would be worthy of hunting. So I just concentrated on that other buck. But in any case, let's beat feet down through here and see if we can find another camera. I did have one set here. And I had one set over here, but I think I may have grabbed it. But we'll check real quick as long as we're here. Really isn't even any buck rubs in here. I don't know, deer change from year to year. It's a small buck rub. Young deer. It's not very tall. But I don't know, something changed on this spot. I'm pretty sure hunting pressure kind of changed them. But maybe next year I'm gonna scout. I know this property, but I'm gonna scout it out a little bit more. Archie found a mouse or a mole. It's right here, Archie. Archie, it's right here. It went right here. It's right here, Bobbies. Bobbies, it's right here. It's right here. But I might go a little bit deeper out this bank. There's bedding over in here, so. But yeah, I don't think I got any more cameras in here. I think 2 is all I left. So we'll go see what's on them. Did that mole get away from you, Archie? Yeah, Poppies, he's pretty smart. Smarter than the Archie boy. It's a pretty good heavily used trail here. I mean, but that's quite a shot from that pine tree up there. Doable, but that's probably 38 yards, 42 yards. But they're in here. They're definitely in here. Oh, ouch. They like to hug this little bench right here. There's a pretty good rub there. It's not real tall, so probably a 2-year-old. Some of the buck rubs I found this year just have been amazing. Not in this spot, but well, there is one over here that is pretty good, but I'm not sure I saw that deer, or maybe it was coming from the one I shot. Not sure. They're definitely coming through here. Boy, that's dangerous right there. That ash tree broken right off. Hopefully it won't fall as I walk under it. But this trail here, I kind of like. I sat up on it, put my stand up here early season. I never hunted it till later, but it just looked like a good corridor where they're coming right off this bottom side of this bench. And there's like a little transition line up there where there's some pines and a steep bench that goes out to a point out here, and then it rolls down in here, and then it transitions into a bunch of shagbark hickory nuts and such, and then beech and some white oaks, and it gets real thick down in there. And that's where these bucks have been coming through, but this year just not so much. But you can see this trail is getting used pretty good. They're hitting this deep cover, and I had a stand right over here by this shagbark hickory and the oak tree there. But I never saw a deer come through here when I was hunting. Oh, it's a freaking muddy mess. Archie, you're gonna be a mess. You're gonna need a bath tonight. Let's get out of this mud. Well, decided to come out here with another camera and check this other one. I'm hoping to be able to find out when these deer drop their antlers, so I can come in here and try to find some sheds. Look at this buck rub right here. This is a pretty darn good one. This is what we're looking for right here, guys. I mean, it's a little dated, probably back in November, but I mean, I'm 6 foot tall, and that's right up to my, almost to my sternum. So that's 4 foot tall off the ground. And it looks like it's a historical rub as well. But look at that gouge right there. He's rubbing the crap out of that. Trying to see, is there anything up above it? But yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. Now, I'm not going to put my camera here. I'm going to put it up here a ways, but that's a really good sign. It's a hell of a trail right there that Archie's on. Coming right through here, coming right out to the corn. I'm going to kill this buck if he ain't dead already. Just some really good sign in here. I just did not put the time into it this year that I needed to. But my head wasn't in the right place. Had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to think about. But this coming season, it's now January. I'm gonna put the effort in this year, and I'm gonna get it done. Mark my words, from this day forward, some big bucks are gonna hit the dirt. Guaranteed. I'm not messing around no more. I'm putting all my efforts in. Alright, well, we got one camera set. I really thought that one was going to be a producer. There was one buck on it, but I really couldn't make out what he was. You just see the tips of his tines. But he looked to be a good 2-year-old. Didn't have a real big body. So we're gonna take this other camera. I should have probably set this camera in there, but I'm trying to strategically place these so I can get a view of what's left over in here. And try to devise a plan for this coming season. Gotta find a big buck to kill a big buck, right? Well, we're doing what we can, all we can. So hopefully we find one. But we're gonna go set this other camera in a different location. And I got one more in the truck. I think I'm gonna set across the road in hopes to get on this buck. Okay. I'm going back to where I shot this buck in archery. We're gonna set another camera and let her soak for a month or so, and then come back in here and check it and shed hunt. I don't know. I think I'm finally giving up hope on this buck. Either he's laying here dead somewheres, or someone found him, or after I shot him, he left the area. I mean, mature bucks don't get big being dumb, right? So, I don't know. I just don't know what to think. He's a big buck though. Not bigger than anything I've ever seen in the wild, but definitely for Pennsylvania, he was a mature buck. He was a 5-year-old, I think. Just a real good buck. Biggest 150-inch 8-pointer I've ever seen around here. And he come right through here, right past this big tree. Come right through here, right out here, and I was over there. I don't know. But there's a bunch of trails that kind of funnel together here. I'm just gonna, I guess, set this camera and scout a little bit. I don't think there'll be a lot of activity coming through here this time of year, but we don't know. I'm just not even sure where to put this camera. I mean, there's trails through here, but I don't know, I kind of want to get a bird's eye view here. Oh, there's some fresh poop that Archie's eating. Get out of there. Archie, no. Get out of there. Archie, go. Come on. Maybe if I put it over here, kind of looking down through here, maybe we'll get lucky and get a picture. That's about all we can hope. Windy up. So camera set. We got a trail that comes right through here, right up through here. If you don't move these, then you will get a bunch of pictures of nothing, right? I'm gonna walk out through here just a little bit. Just look around. I know they're bedding in here. I mean, I see some poop here, but I just don't know. These dang deer. Doing what I can. Maybe we'll find him. Maybe not. But in any case, guys, like, it's all we can do. Just keep trying, keep after them. Unless you own your own property, you can't really consistently shoot big bucks unless you are the master. I may not be the master today, but one day I'm hoping to be that man. Be able to go in and hunt a buck down and be successful. I just think I'm doing this a little too late. I'm getting a little too old for being able to have these young buck energies like these kids got these days. But I will contend with them, and I'll do what I can. Maybe I need to move to Iowa and buy some property. It's always a possibility. But yep, this is where that buck was bedded with a hot doe. Back up in here. Right place, right time. I was in the right place at the right time, and I didn't make the right shot. That's on me. And I'll continue to beat myself up over it because I know if it was a good shot, if you watch some of my other videos, when I made a good shot, they expire in 8 seconds. So I just messed up. All there is to it. Alright guys, got the longbow out. Windicator, my rabbit foot. Wind's blowing this way, kind of towards my face. Works pretty good. Just use a little piece of serving thread with a tail. You always know your wind. Well, we're gonna throw a couple arrows here. I've never shot with this camera set up, so I don't know if it's gonna work. I think I need to refletch some arrows. Oh, that was a good shot. Oh, that was a good shot. All right, there's 3 dead deer. Not a perfect group, but, well, 2 dead deer and 1 that was probably running, but yeah, we're there. I just gotta practice more. And I got a whole bunch of months ahead of me in order to get this done.